What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles, welcoming you to another episode of Lyles Figure Files. It's not quite Memorial Day weekend, but the sales are already popping, dropping, some of which I've had my eye on Hasbro Pulse for a long time. Not a lot of new stuff. Matter of fact, I don't think there was anything added, but the things that were there have dropped significantly. Let's take a look. These come courtesy of our friend James Green, who's like, hey, I don't know if you know, Pulse has dropped some prices. So let's take a look at these big savings. First up, let's go to these latest figures down to 1691. Marvel Legends Scarlet Witch, Bucky Cap, 1691. Joe Fixit, 2391. You can see these original prices. So these are major sales. I think I paid 27.99 for Bucky Cap. I think. So he's a really good figure for 1691. Not so sure about Scarlet Witch. She looks fine, but 1691 is a great price. So let's keep going to more figures. Those are which I'm sure the ones you care about. Killmonger down to 1782, another big savings. Black Series, we got some savings, but I don't know if I really care about these. But there you go. Forlom and Zuckus, 1391. Let's go on to more of this stuff. Ronan the Accuser, a really strong figure. Now he's $20.91. Let's see. Let's keep going because there's some bigger deals. Let's skim through this stuff here. There we go. Now, this Omega Ranger set I have been eyeing for a long time, ever since it was revealed. $99 to start. Now it's $38.91. I am so tempted with this set. These figures look great, and to get them for that price is just crazy. I'm really, really thinking, how can I make that work right now? Got a lot of bills, but geez, this one looks really cool, and this is such a great price for this set. I'm really, really looking at that one, keeping a close eye on that. Another one, the Black Series Star Killer and the two Stormtroopers is now $49.91. That's a really great price. Again, this set was one, and I think a lot of people had their eye on. I know I did. I was like, oh man, this is cool. And then they said, oh, we're going to put out a solo version of Star Killer. And I was like, well, I don't need that. But all these different effect pieces really make this worthwhile if you don't have this set. The Force Push, the Force Blast, the different lightsabers, two Stormtroopers, and you really can never have enough Stormtroopers in your collection. So that's a really great set. Here's all the stuff that comes with this. So if you weren't aware, it's two different lightsabers. You've got the sweeping effect, Force Push, lightning effects. That's always cool. You've got three different portraits: the neutral one, the angry one, the Sith possessed one. And you got your Stormtroopers. So that is a really solid deal there for them. Then we got Detroit Steel. He's $34.91. Those G.I. Joe Classified Series fans, you can get this set with the Crimson Strike team. That was originally $90, now for $47.91. I really wish they had just made Baroness black and her black outfit. I would have picked up Tomax and Zaymont in their crimson colors to get this really great Baroness figure because she looks amazing. They did such good work, and that original one is not awesome. She's got single jointed elbows, not a lot of range in the shoulder joints. This one is a major improvement, has better head sculpts too. So I'm really hoping that we eventually see this in all black. But if you don't care as much as I do, $47.91 for three G.I. Joe Classified Series figures is another good price. Then we got the Purge Trooper now going for $17.91. The Hydra versus Shield 2-pack, $27.91. I mean, that's basically the price you're paying for one Marvel Legends figure after you account for tax. So you can get a 2-pack. That's awesome. I mean, that is a really good set. So if you've been wanting to army build more and more of these ladies, here you go. Great opportunity to get them. Elena's down to $19.91. Don't know if that's a big sale, but there you go for her. Agatha all along, she's now down to $19.91 as well. Let me go to some better sales because there are some here. This, the Star Wars Black Series Indoor Trooper is now $19.91. You see, originally it was $33.99. That was a huge sticking point for me. I was like, I can't buy that figure. I mean, it's just a basic army builder. Why are you charging a deluxe price for him? And now you can get an army build. Now for me, I got two. Definitely not for this price point, but that's great. I was able to get them on sale, but getting them for under 20 bucks now, you can really army build and kind of figure out what you're going to do with heads later. Because that for me was a big sticking point. It's like, man, there's not a lot of options compared to that Hoff Trooper, which had some, I mean, there were so many different ways you could display this trooper. These guys, I mean, it kind of taps out at two, but for 1991, I might get a little bit more creative. Then we got some more Star Wars stuff, cheaper vintage collection. So if you've been thinking 16.99 is too much, you can finally get some troopers, some figures for a lot better price. More Indiana Jones figures. They're going to stay on there until they go for dirt cheap. This is one I think you guys are going to be interested in, though. The Squadron Supreme Wizard and Nighthawk is now 27.91. Again, like that Hydra Shield 2-pack. This is one that was originally 50 bucks. Yeah, you can get them for the price of one Marvel Legend figure. That's such a great deal. Now, it doesn't mean anything if you're trying to get Power Princess to actually complete your team, but this is definitely helping. I feel like for the price of one Power Princess, you can get Hyperion, Dr. Spectrum, Nighthawk, and Blur. But there you go. They've also got the Ironhide and Jazz set. Now, these guys, I found them at Ross for $14.99, but $24.91 is not bad either. Still waiting for my regular prowl. Oh man, I forgot about Dusty. Jeez, he is really down to a price that I'm like, all right, well, maybe I should get him. But Classified Series Tiger Force Dusty, the 1391. I think there's some better parts on this one compared to the original one, specifically the face paint. I don't know if he's worth 1391 all by himself for that, but definitely a tempting offer for me. More Transformers. This 2-pack of Mary Jane and Green Goblin is now $25.91. The amazing Drax and Moondragon, which I talk about all the time, which I think is such a great set, now $29.91. Drax alone is worth 30 bucks. Moondragon is really good. Again, I just wish that the belt section was sculpted. Her handpiece, I think those were sculpted as well, but I just wish she had a little bit more sculpting, but she's really good as a throw-in for a $30 figure. Drax is definitely worth that price point. Let's zoom on back down. There's not a lot of pages here. I know back during around Christmas time, there were like 3 or 4 pages of these outlet figures, their version of clearance, but solid nonetheless. Good options for all the different brands, Classified, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, Transformers, Power Rangers, you name it, on sale. I think this one's going to sell out pretty fast too. The MJ, Mary Jane Watson, and Green Goblin for $25.91. Then we've got the Beyond Earth's Mightiest 2-packs and deluxe packs like Hawkeye here, $25.91. Can't recommend that figure enough for that price. Destroyer and Thor, $32.91. Again, the Destroyer is worth 32 all by himself. All of that sculpting, I'm not sure if you can really appreciate it, but all of that element, all of those details are sculpted. It's just a fantastic figure. The Thor is really good too. I feel like he's a figure people slept on, but he's a really well done figure as well. Now, if you want to be a little bit more like, all right, I can finally bite on this, they finally got this super adaptoid to a price point that I think is a little bit more fitting, $27.91. Yeah, he's still missing the wings, but he's got a little bit more than I think is a lot better price point than 70 bucks for a figure missing so much of this super adaptoid presentation. Vintage collection fans can get that speeder bike for $25.91. Of course, that's the same price as the Marvel Legends Hawkeye with his own speeder bike, so, or hover bike, whatever you want to call it. What do they call it? Sky Cycle. There we go. So I don't know if that's a great deal. Johnny Miguel from Cobra Kai meets Power Rangers. They're now down to $18.91 and $20.91 respectively. Not sure why there's a discrepancy on their price point, but there you go. More Power Rangers are here for cheaper. Still not as low as some of the other figures, but you know, they're not going to be keeping those in rotation much longer. So there you go with them. I don't think there's much of a change with the Indiana Jones figures, but Helena Shaw from Dial of Destiny might be a cool civilian figure for you. There's another option. Let's see. Was there more stuff on page 2? Yes. The Black Series 3-pack of Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Yoda. Now down to $54.91. Decent price. Let's see if there anything else that was really tempting. This Hulk and Bruce Banner, $28.91 again. You get your one figure, you've got your money's worth. And the Gray Hulk is really worth 28 bucks. Doom versus Captain Marvel, 22.91. I really like both of these figures. You're not going to go wrong getting them for that price. Iron Man Mark one of my top 10 figures from last year, 16.91. The Dungeons and Dragons Golden Archive Beast. I mean, again, these are really good deals. So if you've been waiting for them, holding out, now's a chance, or now's the time to pounce on them. The last Spider-Man retro series, not the current one, 17.91 for Tarantula, Miles Morales, and Daredevil Elektra. Spider-Woman, Chasm, and the Rose. And the Rose, for some reason, is still more expensive. I don't know. And ditto for Jessica Drew. Shipwreck Classified Series, he's now down to $13.91. If you have not grabbed this figure for $13.91, you're missing out on a great figure. So the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 figures, they're now down to around 15. Kraglin's still more expensive. Their prices kind of vary, but you can get most of them for around $15.74. Great prices. More Indiana Jones figures. Their prices are all over the place too. A few more Power Rangers if you were looking for them. Not quite as cheap as some of the other outlet drops. Here are some more that I think you'll definitely want to be interested in or definitely want to take a look at. It's the Rogue. She's here cheaper. And this 3-pack of Storm, Forge, and Jubilee now down to $40.91. Rose is down $3, but this one is a really good one. I think last I checked, this was around 57 as of earlier this week. So getting this down to $40.91 is a really good deal. I mean, that's 2 Marvel Legends for the price, or 3 for the price of 2. Then the other set with Gambit, Banshee, and Psylocke, a really great 3-pack, now down to $38.91. This set of the villains is cheaper on Amazon, but that's nice to see those are going down. Orb, $17.99, not a big drop for him. The Andor figures are something I'm really like, oh man, just last a little bit longer. I definitely want to get some of these. Val is $16.91. More Transformers sales for you. Mom Mothma, $15.91. Luthen, $15.91. Andor himself. And Bix, $13 for her, $14.91 for him. So there are some major savings. And then this Transformers Legacy Evolution Maximal Leo Prime, $15.91. I thought this figure was so cool. So for under $20, that's another great deal. Obi-Wan from his show, $15.91. So just crazy stuff. The Darth Vader Force Effects Elite Lightsaber is now under $150, originally $278. So really, really good deals. You can go through all of them. It's only 2 pages, like I said before, so it's not a whole lot of scrolling to do. But if you've been looking for Marvel Legends, that's major, major savings coming at you, and a ton of stuff that's right there. If you were looking and kind of holding out for better deals, they have arrived now. But that wasn't it in terms of the big sales. My affiliate Entertainment Earth also has a good Memorial Day weekend sale going right now, where you spend, as you can see clearly right here, spend $100, save 10, spend $200, save 25, spend $300, save 50. There's a lot of great stuff to grab. They still got the Sabretooth and Wolverine, Gambit from X-Men 97, Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch, Cable, sold out pretty much everywhere else. Juggernaut, Colossus, Transformers, Swoop, X-Men 97, Wave 2 case, lots of things that you could probably get that really quickly. She-Hulk is now there. Phase 1 Clone Trooper, Angel, the Black Series, Wave 2. So there are a lot of options in terms of what you could get from them. Counter area in stock. I was checking through their deal section, not as much on the discount as before. I mean, it's not a lot of stuff, but there are a few options if you were looking, including X-Men 97 Bishop for $18.74. With that sale now, it's a good opportunity to grab that figure and some of the others. Tons of pops. If you've been looking for those, they're of course there. let me just narrow this down to action figures so you can clear this out a little bit more so you can get a sense of what is available. Some of this stuff was still cheaper during clearances at different retailers, but if you missed them, here's your opportunity to get them for cheaper, including this Captain America Deluxe EAA 121 figure. Now it's $89.99. Couple of Masterverse figures. I feel like some have already sold out since I looked yesterday. No, here he is. There's Zodiac. So there you go. And then Buzzsaw 4124, really good price. Last one that I wanted to make sure to tell you all about, David Thanos put me up to this sale. The Spider-Man Retro Series is now available at Macy's. And this is part of a toy sale. So it's not just Marvel Legends, it's Transformers, it's G.I. Joe, Reaction. They don't have any classified series, and Star Wars Black Series figures. Mix and match 2 for 30. So if, say you want to get Hallows Eve is listed, not Spider Shot. So be careful as you're placing these orders. But if you miss Jack-o'-lantern and Tombstone, it's a great opportunity to get them here. Last Stand Spider-Man and their Spider Shot. So there you go with those. But let me just roll through really fast to show you some of the other deals that they've got. I think they had some WWE figures last I checked, or at least a couple. You can get T-Bar for $11.43. Here's just a brief sampling of some of the other figures that are available, and most of them are part of this sale, I want to say. Yeah, so there's some real good opportunities to get some figures you might have waited on. And Macy's has the store pickup, which is what I did. So there you go. The Mandalorian, not the best one, the Minds of Mandalore version. Here you go. Then Omega, $12.43. She's not part of that sale, probably because she's too cheap at $12.43. But you can get this awesome Darth Vader, the New Hope version, now for $30. Pair him up with Mando. So there you go. Lots of cool options for figure deals. And I'm sure as Memorial Day weekend gets closer and closer, more online sites, more stores will have more sales coming. And as they do, I'll make sure to post an update. Once again, thank you to James Green and David Thanos for putting me hip. So now I can put you all hip to those savings and deals. Let me know if you picked up anything. And as always, thank you so much for watching. This episode of Loud's Figure Files has been filed.